After the customer has presented the original voucher and manifest, the dealer can begin the purchase process. Please do not begin any transactions prior to receiving the original voucher and manifest from the AirCheck applicant. The replacement voucher is a green tamper-proof document with several key features to pay attention to in order to fill out correctly. At the top in the middle of the pages is the date the voucher was issued to the buyer. This date is important because it begins the time frame that the purchase can be made. A car cannot be purchased before this date. Any paperwork reflecting an earlier date than shown at the top of the voucher will be reason for denial. This is the unique identifier that ties the voucher to the individual buying the vehicle from you. When entering information into the database or inquiring about the voucher, this is the number you will use. Above the voucher number is the region that this voucher has been issued. Be aware that any voucher that does not bear the name North Central Texas Region will not be honored if submitted for reimbursement. Voucher Name. On the left is the name and address of the buyer as it was given to us. Please make sure that this information matches that which appears on both the buyer's order and the title application. If those two documents show different information, a proof of address will be required. A utility bill or lease agreement will suffice. Also, a one and the same affidavit is required if the name on the submitted paperwork differs from that on the voucher. On the left in the middle of the document, you will find the retired vehicle information. Please make sure this information matches the vehicle that is to be taken in as a trade for the AirCheckTexas program. Verify that the make, model, and VIN are correct. Per the program rules, the vehicle must be driven onto your lot under its own power. No push, pull, or towing is permitted. Participant names. This information should match the address at the top of the voucher. Eligible cosigners. Cosigners are eligible to be used in the AirCheckTexas program. However, they are subject to the same income requirements and must be in the same household as the buyer. If there is a person listed here, they are permitted to co-sign on the deal. However, if it is blank or a different person is listed, the buyer must contact us and add them to the file. A new voucher will not be issued, but you will receive confirmation upon successfully adding an individual. Also, if a buyer has a co-signer listed but elects not to use one, they are not required and may purchase a vehicle by themselves. Back of the voucher. On the back of the voucher are checkboxes. These are here for your benefit to keep you on track and to reduce reason for voucher denial. As a task is completed, please mark the box as done. New vehicle information. The blanks located here are for the vehicle that is being sold. Please fill the blanks in accordingly. The only blank that may give you trouble if you aren't familiar with it is the underhood ID or test group number. It is the number located underneath the hood on the emissions sticker that all vehicles sold in America bear. If this sticker is missing, please contact the manufacturer for a replacement. Signatures and date. Please sign and date the bottom of the voucher. The authorization to sign the voucher lies with internal policy at each dealership. In other words, whoever has been deemed in charge of the vouchers is eligible to sign and date the document. Eligible vehicle lists. Only cars that are located on the eligible vehicle list may be sold to those with an AirCheckTexas voucher, along with the requirement that vehicles must have less than 70,000 miles at the time of the sale. They also must be present on the eligible vehicle list. Some reasons why the vehicle may not show up. The hood may have been changed on the vehicle. The vehicle was sold new in California. The vehicle may not have been submitted for testing yet. If the vehicle's underhood ID does not appear on the list, it is not eligible for sale. Filling out the manifest. The manifest is a 5-part carbon copy form that is for the vehicle that is being retired through the AirCheckTexas program. Numbers at the top right. The ID located at the top right of the document are meant to identify the manifest. Please make sure that all 5 of the documents contain the same numbers and that the packet contains a white, green, yellow, pink, and goldenrod copy. Unlike the voucher, we will reissue a manifest if it is lost. Automobile Dealership Section. Please fill out the top portion of the document labeled Automobile Dealership Section and be sure to sign and date it. Again, whoever is authorized by your dealership is eligible to sign this document. Be sure and have the owner of the retired vehicle sign the area on the right. This is the only time an AirCheckTexas specific document requires a signature by anyone other than the seller. Please make sure to press hard when writing. Remember that it is a 5-part form. Vehicle Retirement Facility section. This section is to be filled out by the Salvage dismantling company that you have chosen from the list of eligible companies. The list may be found on our website. Generally, a dealership picks whatever company is closest in proximity for prompt pickup. We ask that you please keep the AirCheckTexas car in a safe location and is clearly marked for retirement so that it doesn't end up sold or misplaced. The Salvage dismantling company will fill this middle section out and tear off the pages of the 5-part form they need. They will take the green, yellow, and pink portions of the packet and leave you with the white and the goldenrod copies. After the Salvage dismantling company leaves with the old vehicle, you are not required to fill out the rest of the document. It is now complete. Title application. The title application must contain the same and correct information as the buyer's order. If these documents differ, then denial for reimbursement is likely. Buyers are allowed to trade in more than one vehicle, but only one AirCheckTexas vehicle at a time. The buyer's order and title application count vehicles traded in as one lump sum. Please make sure on the side of the document you send us that you have itemized the traded vehicles. Handwritten itemization is permitted. Buyer's order. Every dealership has a different format for their buyer's order. However, the required information must all be present for successful reimbursement. The name and address of the buyer or buyers is correct and matches the voucher. The sales price must be below the maximum, either $35,000 or $45,000, depending on what car they purchased. Sales tax is calculated correct at 6 1/4. The correct amount was given for their trade-in, either $3,000 or $3,500, depending on what car they purchased. Both the new and retired vehicle information is correct and present. Appropriate signatures are present and consistent with the other documents. Navigating the database. Using the username and password provided to you by the AirCheckTexas administrator, log into the database. This is the home screen. Here is where you can do tasks such as check the status of a voucher, input voucher information, and retrieve the credit card number that can be entered into your credit card terminal for reimbursement. Inputting voucher information. Inputting information into the database will be the last thing before sending documents to AirCheckTexas for reimbursement. The database must be completed and correct in order to avoid denial for reimbursement. To input voucher information into the database, click on the Search for Vouchers link. From here, enter the voucher number located on the front of the green voucher just as it reads, complete with prefix and dashes. Upon successful entry, a clickable voucher will appear. Clicking on it will bring up the page with blanks ready to be filled in with information. The gray boxes cannot be altered and will fill in automatically. The blue boxes can be typed in while the green boxes are drop-down menus. Start at the top and work your way down, filling in all the applicable fields. The field labeled DPS inspection number should be filled in with NA because the state has gone to one sticker in the window. Remember to click the update button located at the top right screen if any changes are made to the database. Failure to click on the update button will result in lost work and the need to re-enter all information upon navigation away from this page. Vouchers pending payment. Following this link will show vouchers that you have submitted that are being processed for payment. Submitted vouchers that have not been denied but are ready for reimbursement will be found here. If you find a voucher in this status, check back periodically to see if it has left the status. Vouchers authorized for payment. Once a voucher has left the pending payment status, reimbursement is now ready to be collected. AirCheckTexas does not issue a physical credit card. Rather, a credit card number is provided if all submitted information is correct. On the home screen, click the Vouchers Authorized for Payment link to be taken to a page with all the vouchers information you previously entered. However, in the middle of the page, you'll find the credit card number blank is now filled with a card number that can be entered into your credit card terminal and ran for the amount owed to you for the reimbursement. Just enter the credit card number and CCV as shown in the field into your terminal along with the zip code 76011 when prompted. If that zip code does not work, use your physical location zip code. If there is a voucher that has been authorized for payment, you'll see a notice on the bottom of the database home screen indicating that a voucher for reimbursement is ready to be collected on. Vouchers denied for payment. Clicking on the vouchers denied for payment allows you to see vouchers that need additional steps before they can be cleared for reimbursement. Historical vouchers denied and historical vouchers paid. These allow you to run a report for any vouchers that have been submitted in the past. Online dealer agreement form. At the beginning of each fiscal year for dealerships already in the program and in good standing, a new online dealer agreement form must be completed and faxed to AirCheckTexas. Clicking that button will bring up a new page that will need to be printed, filled out, and faxed to the number located on the document. This will need to be renewed at the beginning of each fiscal year. Eligible vehicle lists. In addition to the eligible vehicle lists found on the public website, the lists are also located on the database for your convenience. Participating salvage dismantlers. Also located here for your convenience is a list of participating salvage dismantlers that are eligible to be used to pick up the retired vehicle from your dealership. You can use any of the companies on this list. Submitting paperwork to AirCheckTexas. In order to be reimbursed by AirCheckTexas, all required documents must be completed and submitted no later than 30 days from date of sale. The documents that must be completed and submitted are the green voucher, a copy of the white manifest, the original goldenrod copy of the manifest, a copy of the buyer's order, a copy of the title application, a copy of the inspection report for the vehicle purchased. If the vehicle is less than 2 years old and has over 50,000 miles, an emissions test is required in addition to a safety test. A copy of the driver's license or other government ID of buyer. Other documents that may be required if necessary. Proof of address change if the address on the buyer's order in the title application do not match the voucher. Proof of name change if the name on the documents does not match the voucher. Additionally, the state of Texas requires that you keep copies of everything you send to AirCheckTexas for 3 years.